Well, good morning, everyone. I want to say welcome back to the lake and apologize for the sound on the last video. I think I know what it is. I'll explain to it. I'll explain it here in a few minutes. I've got an idea of what's causing it. We're just down walking on the lake. Of course, Zen is on his sit down smelling of the morning with his drool everywhere. You drooling early this morning. Checking things out. See how the world goes on today. Yeah, he'll stay there for a few minutes before he moves, but that's fine. Well, we got a full camp today, or last night. We were packed. Today's gonna be a little better. We got about 7 people leaving. So it's gonna be a little bit quieter day. And here's another thing we do. I do as camp host. Let's go in the ladies' restroom. Any screams? Nope. Okay, we're good. I put a new seal on the toilet, a new valve on the toilet over here. I'll make sure that's not leaking. And besides being a little dirty, which I'll clean up, water is not there. That's good. That's good. So sometimes you become a plumber. Also, this bathroom was built, I don't know, probably in the 80s, but it's got this, I call it Friday the 13th theme to it. You know, stuff hanging around. Cobwebs, spiders. You can't get those things off of here because they just build back like an hour after you leave. But it's not in bad shape. But the Friday the 13th theme, you know, creepy, dark, no lights, you know, big metal door, concrete walls. Yeah, that's my bathroom. That'll be changed out probably in the next year or two to a modern pit toilet. And camp host, you never know what you might find. I came back, found a watermelon in my chair. I think I know who brought it, but Zen, did you bring a watermelon? Nope, there's a watermelon in my chair. We'll work on that a little bit later.
9 minutes, guys, to the races.
I did get the tour of the rig back here. He didn't want any pictures and video inside, which not a problem, not a problem. But pretty nice inside. It's a Freightliner Cascadia frame. It's got dual axles on the back. And he had this custom made in Elkhart, Indiana by the Amish. I didn't know Amish built trailers or traveled RVs or whatever, but he said him and his friend went up there and they laid out the plans and they had the truck and they designed everything and they built it. And he doesn't have a dinette. Instead, he took out the dinette because his dinettes are kind of, you know, constricted. So he opted for 3 couches with tables that are removable in front of each one, so it's more living area and different things. But inside is real wood. It's got rosettes, it's got fluted columns, it's got real doors and molding, and pretty nice. I mean, pretty nice. It's got 3 TVs. He said, I never watch TV. When I go somewhere, I go outside. So, but yeah, like I said, it's got 5 slides. It's got the rear and the back is the bed. And so we've got 3 slides, 2 on the side, 1 on the back. So the bedroom is really big. And it's got a small kitchen. It's got a wraparound shower. And it's got an overhead bunk for the, you know, the smaller people, kids and things that are over the cab. But he's got 700 horsepower engine in that thing. Wow. He has no trouble getting up the mountain. I have a 235 horsepower in my bus, but he can get around. Of course, he only gets 5 miles to gallon. I get 8 or 9, so maybe that's the difference in horsepower. But he does have a 250-gallon water tank, an 80-gallon black, 80-gallon gray tank, so he's carrying a lot of weight in liquids if he moves the thing, but he's got the truck to move it. Pretty nice. I don't think I'll be getting one of them anytime soon. Maybe when I become rich and famous. No, that's not going to happen. Well, it was nice to see the Scotts, Les and Elaine. Thanks for being on there. And they were here, like I said, promoting their video and also passing through. I met them last year. Really nice couple. She's a teacher in Scotland and he works somewhere else. Union job he called it. So I'm not for sure what he is, but he didn't do much talking because it's better that Elaine talk because she's she's a teacher, so she said everything and got the point across. But I think I know what was wrong with the sound. This is an experiment. It seems to be in my software in my editing part because everything works fine until I put a section in and then I move it to someplace else. When I move that section, from that point on, there's no sound. So something in the editing, I think, is causing problem because even yesterday's video when I put that out of showing the Scots right off the bat, boom, I actually put some pictures before and some explanation what was going on, moved it to the front. When I loaded it to YouTube, I loaded both of them and I could put it in something called unlisted. So I just realized I can put it in there and check it before I publish it, which makes more sense. That way you guys don't have to go or so we don't want that to happen again. But when I took the part that I put in and moved it forward and put it on YouTube, there's no sound, period. When I took the part of the Scots, just talking from there on, worked great. So I don't know, but that's my theory. But I'm up here in the upper loop cleaning up. We got a lot of people. It's been busy, and tell you what, people are moving out, and before they even get out, there's someone else back in their spots. Just, wow. So I thought I had 7 sites. No, I'm full again. So anyway, let's get on with the cleaning, and I want to talk more about. Somebody brought up a question about traveling with dogs. I got one, so let's talk about it. Right now, he's behind running the camera, aren't you? Are you running the camera? Can you turn it off? Hey, Zen, turn the camera off. Zen, turn the camera off. Nope, not happening with that one. I think I'll light me a fire and kind of rest up a second. Sun is going down. I got a lot of just tissue paper in here, so it ought to go quick. If I keep the wind blowing so hard today, oh my gosh, it was ripping again. Let's just get it. Let me sit on this. Got my handy dandy stump over here. Whew. And I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Zen was tied up around the picnic table about 14 times, so he was stuck. We're not doing much good on the fire. Let's try it again. All this paper I had didn't ignite. There it goes. Got a piece of cardboard in there too, but all right. There we go. Of course, you know what's going to happen. It's going to blow right in my face. Here it comes. And there's Zen, I don't know if you can see him or not. But anyway, I got some good news and bad news. Good news is, my boss said, hey, we've got a truck just a couple miles away. If you need it on your day off, let me know. We'll bring it down. So I said, yeah, it's a good idea. Because I can. Well, things happen whenever. Goodness gracious, I'm on the wrong side of the fire. Sheesh. But the wind's been blowing that way all day. So you can sit down, the fire's in my face. Let me move my log. Better yet, let me just sit over here. Whew. Move my numbers. Sit on the picnic table. Oh, there we go. That's better. Of course, the smoke's going to blow this way too. But yeah, the good news and bad news. Bad news is I've run out of food. Not my food, but I've run out of people that have been offering me food. Camp host of July, feed the camp host. Everyone's finally left. I had to make dinner for myself tonight for the first time in 2.5 weeks. So, hey, it was great while it lasted, and it's still not done yet. But that was really nice. I really appreciate everybody that was here and offered to feed and feed us, me and Zen both. He got to eat quite a bit. and appreciated that. So yeah, we'll have a truck down there. We'll have food on the way. But I can use the truck now because I need to go get groceries again because by not cooking anything, my milk has expired. My bread uh, seemed like a mouse liked it more than I did. And so that was in the trash. And what else? A couple other things. So just my food, I didn't use it. My food expired, so I needed to go get the replacement. But somebody asked about dogs on our adventures. Like, how hard is it to take a dog? Well, it's got good and bad things. The good thing is, if you can see him here, you always got a companion. You got a security system. You've got somebody that you could be with, so you're not lonely, and you can take them on walks. The whole dog thing. The bad thing is they can't go a lot of places. They can't go in any national park on the trails. They can go into parks on driving through and in parking lots. Uh, when you want to go get groceries, you can't take your dog with you. If you want to go and eat out at a restaurant, you either have to have an outside patio or you can't go inside with your dog. Then you have to worry about if your dog gets ill and what kind of vet you're going to find, or what kind of services you might have. So it has its ups and downs, but they're easy to do once they get used to it. And like Zen, he's been really good. He hasn't been sick or anything, but we find places to go that we can get in. Family Dollar, you can take your dog in. So I buy groceries at Family Dollar. Walmart has the pickup, so you can make your order and go pick up without having to leave your dog in the vehicle while you do your shopping. So there's certain things that you can adjust to. So, but having a dog with you, I think it's great. It does limit a lot of your mobility, what you can do and where you can go, but just kind of have to work around it. So with that thing, I think we'll just kind of say, we'll just end the video and say thanks for watching because there's not much else going on. Today is Saturday, tomorrow is Sunday, and I got 18 people leaving tomorrow, so I'm going to be busy Sunday doing the cleanup. But that's where it goes. So thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you on around the campsite.